you. I usually a little bit bigger. So let's just start it. When you go to the Abacus roll, you have to create the X. It's all about the X. You got to know what the X means. So you little guys, hey, you two, they've asked me the whole time, all the time. What do you ask me? What's the words coming out of your mouth? I need help. Yes, you have said that a lot of times today. So pay attention. You guys need to focus on creating the X. Know what the X means. The X. And X is, I'll go down to your butt. If I'm in on a double leg, and my head, put on your hip, get a seatbelt. Right here, this is the X right here. Don't hold on to my stomach. This is an X. Our body is, my head is on the other side of his body as my legs. And he's the same. Okay? You guys have to see how that is the X. If my head and my legs, little guys, pay attention. If my head and my legs are on the same side, that's not an X. You need to have your body opposite side just like him. When you create this X, you can hit this Abacus roll. If he steps over one of the legs, the move is gone. There's no X. Okay? Step over both of them, same thing. He can't hit this roll. It's a great defensive roll, and it all starts out with making sure you create the X with your bodies. Alright? So we just drill it from the ground right here. You get in on a double on me, and let's create the X. Alright, good, very good. Look how he pushed his body. Now from here, I'm going to have a seat belt, and he's on his knees on a double. And this is where we're going to start, guys. We're in the X. And I'm on my hip. Let's switch sides. Almost. Just switch your head. Just switch your head. Nice, yeah. And I got a seat belt, and I'm on my hip. Look how we are. This is the X position. Seat belt, very important. And I'm on my hip. All right. One more time. Look how we're switching. He switched his head, and I'm on my hip. Hey, if I'm on my butt cheek, I can't do this move. You know, I'm going to go around telling you guys to get off your butt cheek. I'll tell a few of you. Okay? This move doesn't work when I'm facing like this. When I turn on my hip, look which way my body is turning. And I'm looking right at my target. Okay? So from this position here, partner, give a little room. Give your knees back a little bit. That's good enough. Right from here, so we're practicing. This is the first place to learn. We're going for the roll. This hand shoots through the leg, and I'm loosening the seatbelt and locking on this lock. Locking my hands loose. Nice and loose. Now from here, I'm just going to roll to my stomach. And now this guy needs to not go to his back. Listen to me, guys. A lot of people, if you're just being a wet noodle, a bad partner, a dummy, you're going to roll to your back. And this is not a move that you should go to your back. You do not go to your back. The way you do that is just pull this arm out. And I'm going to roll. As I roll, you pull your arm out, and I keep circling through. You see that? And once I've got to my stomach, then I get up to my knees, and I'm looking to come out between the legs. See that? And I'm taking them down. Let's go again. We're all starting down here. Don't lean on me. Get in the double. And you're sitting back. Look at how he's got his knees up. Look at his position. His knees are up. And his knees are wide, I'm sorry. And his butt's down. And he's just good balance. Helping me learn this roll. From here, drop my arm between the leg. Shoot and release. Come to here. This isn't something you do slow. I'm just demonstrating it slow. Once I get here, you need to whip it. Okay, go back, move out of the way. Imagine where we are. I'm in here like this. I got to hit it fast. And back to my stomach. I take the leg, get back to my stomach. And then I get up to my knees. You should be between the legs. Stay between the legs. Get your takedown between the legs. One more time, then I'll let you guys try it on your own. Here, get it on the double. He's on his knees. The guy on the double, he's on his knees, legs are wide. Double leg. I got a seat belt, and the X is created right now. The X is created. So from here, this hand goes through the legs. I drop my shoulder to the ground so I can go deep. I drop my shoulder to the ground. And I go deep, release here. And I take that roll. Partner, don't go to your back. All you have to do is to pull this inside arm out. Put it up in the air, wave it. Yeah, wave it. Pull that out so you don't go to your back. If you leave it in there, you're going to go to your back. And that's not acceptable. That doesn't happen in real life. Only when you're not paying attention, like in practice. So pull your arm out. As I roll with this leg, it's nice and loose. I get back to my stomach here, and then up to my knees. Look, make sure you get your head up and do what you need to do to stay between the legs, and then taking them down right there. All right? All right, everybody, we're on the ground. Let me see you create that X. Be on your hip. Come on, go on your own. But from this position here, if he gets in on a double leg and he's in really deep, shoot a double and stop. Boom. And when he's in this deep, and I know we're going towards the ground, first thing I do is I put my seat belt on. Okay? I get to see his head's here, the seat belt is on. Next thing I do is make sure that when we hit the ground, I land on my hip. If we hit the ground, I don't care how much he's blasting into me. Okay? I don't want to land like this with my butt on the ground. Because I'm gonna get whiplash and get taken down for sure. Okay? But what I can do is use my seat belt, and as he's finishing, come on up, I can move my body. The seat belt allows me to position my body so I land on my hip. On my hip, I was saying that for a lot, get off your butt cheek. You can't do this move when you're sitting on your butt. You have to be on your hip. Notice, he shoots his double, gets in deep, and as he's driving, go ahead, and look how we landed. On the hip. And as soon as he brings his knees up to go underneath him, that's when I can go for the drop. Right into the roll. Okay? The X is created. Look at my legs are safe. But use your seat belt to land on your hip. That's why I use that seat belt. Because if that guy gets a double, you better not land on your butt. You're done. You land on your butt, you're done. They shoot a deep double, you let a seat belt, you can land on your hip. You actually can still win with a good seat belt. His head's on this side. He shoots a seat double. On the other side. Shoot the double on this side. Yeah, double. Here. Then the seat belt is here. That's the handle. And as he drives me down, I'm going to make sure I land on my hip. You see, I'm on my hip. And now I'm ready. Listen, guys, I was telling all of you, go to your shoulder. When I reach, I drop good. I drop all the way. I drop to my shoulder. And I'm going through. All right, this hand's going deep. This is shallow. This seatbelt just slides over top. Go to your shoulder. Don't just go halfway up here and start rolling. Drop all the way down. I'll create some good momentum. So I'm going to do a couple times. This takes a little more room, and it might be hard for some of us. Some of us should just stay on the ground on the X's and work it. Some of you can work this a couple times. All right? Look at how he shoots his double. Into your way, your head here. As he's driving, as a good person with a double, they're supposed to use their head and drive me that way. So I have a seat belt, and as he drives me, I land on my hip, and then when he brings his knee up, look, I can go here. Make sure you go focus on landing in a T and not stepping over my legs to help me practice this move. Matter of fact, the way you were circling, I would have been able to throw you right off too. So you guys can be like, all right, any questions? One more time, let me hit it on you. Watch what I do, you guys. You guys, watch what I'm doing. I'm shooting the double leg. He gets a seat belt. I'm driving him down to the ground. He lands on the hip, and then he drops. Go ahead, hit the drop. And then you go ahead and hit the roll. Yes, comes out between the legs, right there. And then again, you guys can take turns. I'm going to do it on you a couple of times. I shoot the double. I drive him down. He lands on his hip. I get my knees up. I got good balance. As soon as the knees come up, you can take the roll. Look at my body as a partner. Look at how I just let him roll, and I let him climb up between the legs. Let's do one more. I always like staying in my stance. Well, I don't ever come all the way up. When I'm sharpening my moves, double leg drive. Here, those knees come up. You can take that roll. The knees will always come up. Let's do it again as I'm talking. When you finish the double leg, you'll be extended. You see where I am? But always, everybody has to finish. So right when I come up, there's this green light right there. Take that leg, don't wait. Drop and roll. Drop and roll. Let's play with it. Come on, go on your own.